But I want to move on to the second reason why we sleep because something that controls how we sleep, which is there's a chemical in our body called adenosine or adenosine. I'm guessing it's adenosine, right?
Adenosine, yeah.
Yeah, so adenosine is something that it's a chemical, and the longer we stay awake, the more and more it builds up. So if you're awake for just an hour or two, there won't be much adenosine in your body. But if you're awake for 16 hours, there's going to be so much adenosine in your body and so much built up. And what this chemical does is it basically just makes you feel really tired. And the only way to get rid of the adenosine and basically knock it back to zero is to have a full night of sleep.
Yeah, it's like he called it kind of like the sleep pressure mechanism. So it's like the feeling of needing to sleep is basically the adenosine building up in your brain.
Right, so you have the circadian rhythm and the adenosine, and they're actually not really synced together. They're sort of two separate processes that are working on their own that control sleep. The reason I want to bring up adenosine mostly, though, is because of the caffeine thing. I don't know, do you drink a lot of coffee?
I definitely do, although I try not to do it in the evening. But yeah, I'm a caffeine drinker. Come on, man.
I've gotten a lot better. I'm down to like just my morning cup, but then in the afternoon, sometimes, like maybe once a week, I'll have a second cup.
Yeah, I'll usually do like 1 or 2 cups in the morning, and that's pretty much it for me.
Okay, so you're not like a heavy
No,
addict.
no,
I hiked with a
no,
guy from the
no.
Netherlands. I hiked with a guy from the Netherlands last week, and he was drinking coffee. He said he drinks coffee 5 times a day. He even brought his little French press on the hike, so like he was a massive caffeine lover, we'll call it enthusiast.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Some people really are insanely addicted to caffeine. For me, it's interesting because I feel like my sensitivity to it isn't very high. Like I have to drink a ton of caffeine to feel that like kind of jittery feeling. I feel like 1 cup will not even do it for me. Like it's mostly just like the warm feeling of it. Like I don't feel like it physiologically affects me until I really drink like a lot. So I usually just don't.
Damn. Okay, that's interesting because usually that used to be exactly how I was too. But now that I've cut my caffeine back to 1 cup a day, if I drink that second cup, I'll be like shaking. Usually, I'll be
Yeah, yeah.
shaking and just like, oh my god, I'm like tweaking out here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I definitely have had that kind of jittery feeling. But I mean, I have also experienced the whole like caffeine suppressing your sleep. Like you have caffeine too late in the day or whatever, and then you feel like you can't sleep.
Okay, yeah. So maybe we should get back to the adenosine a little bit. So when you drink caffeine, basically this chemical adenosine is muted. It's muted for the time that the caffeine is coursing through your veins. So let's say you feel really tired in the morning. Maybe you didn't sleep well. So you're already going to have some adenosine in your body, but you drink the caffeine, you feel really great, and you don't feel tired at all. That's because what the caffeine has done, I'm not sure exactly what the scientific process is here, but the caffeine has muted that chemical adenosine temporarily. Now the problem is that when the caffeine wears off 5 to 7 hours later, the adenosine comes back, but it doesn't just come back when you started the caffeine. Now all the adenosine that has been building up in the time that the caffeine is in your body hits you all at once, which causes the caffeine crash.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, the actual mechanism of that is the caffeine binds directly to the adenosine, and then as the caffeine is metabolized, the adenosine becomes free, and then that's added to the additional adenosine that you have floating around in your body. So then you have an even bigger amount of adenosine than you had before.